In 1972, there was a meeting, sponsored by UNESCO, held in Singapore in June. There were representatives from Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Korea, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. Mrs. Sheila Haggis gave inspiration and suggested that UNESCO could help to facilitate the exchange of information among science teachers associations in Asia. This was the first idea of the establishment of ICASE. She was called the mother of ICASE. ICASE was formally established in April 1973 at the University of Maryland in the United States. There was an inaugural meeting on the 15th of April 1973 and the first constitution of ICASE was approved. After the inaugural meeting, an interim executive committee was established under the chairmanship of Professor David Lockhart. Mr. Dennis Chisman was appointed the first executive secretary and treasurer. The first meeting of the executive committee under the chairmanship of Professor David Lockhart was held in Paris 1974. In the meeting, Dr. Victor Schoelter designed the 5 hexagons which represent the ICASE logo. Hexagons may represent 6 regional representatives of ICASE as well. The ICASE logo has been modified later in color and for French and Spanish versions. The first ICASE newsletter was published in November 1973. Dr. David Cohen from Australia was the editor. Professor Jack Holbrook became editor in 1985 at the time he was appointed executive secretary. He served as editor until the new journal Science Education International was launched in March 1990 with Mr. Brenton Honeyman from Australia as the editor. Later he became an ICASE president. The most effective form of meetings, with which ICASE has been involved since 1977, are regional meetings in the world. The meetings have been held in Asian region on average at 2 yearly intervals in India, the Philippines, Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Brunei, China, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and Thailand. ICASE conference in Argentina was also actively organized in Latin America region. The second ICASE newsletter is the Stepping into Science, which aimed at the primary teacher. STEP's newsletter, edited by Lady Sue Tunnicliffe from UK, was first issued in 1992. In the past, ICASE has produced a few different types of publications, in addition to the journals and newsletters. These are conference and seminar reports, resource notes for teachers, yearbooks, commemorative issues, research papers. Many of them were supported by UNESCO. In 1993, UNESCO, in collaboration with ICASE, convened an international forum on Project 2000+, Scientific and Technological Literacy for All, to establish a global agenda to encourage governments and all stakeholders working on reforming science and technology education. The ICASE president at that time was Mr. Bob Lepishik from Canada Association of Science Education. In 1999, the World Conference on Science in Budapest negotiated a new social contract for science in the 21st century, establishing what efforts needed to be made in response to social expectations and the challenges posed by social and human development. ICASE representatives were also in this conference. There was an International Experts Conference on Science, Technology and Mathematics Education for Human Development organized by UNESCO and CAST-ME in Goa, India. 2001, the ICASE president at that time was Ms. Anna Garner from Iceland Science Teacher Association. ICASE is dependent on its relationship with UNESCO very close from the first meeting of ICASE in 1973. Now ICASE became an official partner of UNESCO. Professor Teresa Kennedy is currently an ICASE representative to UNESCO. There is a need to review the way in which ICASE functions to serve science teacher organizations and, through them, the science teachers themselves. This functioning can take place through ICASE Science and Technology Education Centers on a regional or sub-regional basis. Initially, the centers will be established in Thailand, China, Ireland and India, with each involving a member at the Standing Committee. In the inaugurations of centers, there were also workshops for educators. There was another project in collaboration with ICASE supported by ICI called Technoscience. There was a Technoscience teacher training workshop held in Mumbai, India in 2001. Another Technoscience workshop was held in Malaysia in 2002 organized by ICASE and UNESCO. ICASE has also several projects working with other organizations in several countries, for instance sustainability or environmental education. ICASE has links with several organizations, educational companies and industries. The past ICI supported ICASE in organizing several workshops in the first ICASE World Conference 2003 held in Penang, Malaysia. ICASE past president, Dr. Robin Grove, worked on the second World Conference in Australia 2007. The third ICASE World Conference in 2010 was held in Tartu, Estonia, organized by Professor Mia Ranime. Mrs. Elaine Horn, one of the award recipients, worked on the 4th ICASE World Conference in Sarawak, Malaysia in 2013. Every 3 years ICASE will organize an ICASE World Conference, and at the same time the General Assembly will also be held to form an ICASE new executive committee by general election. Professor Ben Akpan from Nigeria chairs the Standing Committee of ICASE World Conferences. Professor Bülent Chavez, past president of ICASE, organized the 5th ICASE World Conference in Antalya, Turkey in 2016. The 6th ICASE World Conference was held in Pattaya, Thailand in 2019 by Dr. Janchai Yingpraeung, past president of ICASE.
We love ICASE!
The 7th ICASE World Conference on Science and Technology Education under the theme, STEM Education Solutions to Complex Global Challenges, will be held in Dubai, UAE during the 27th to the 30th of March 2023. Let us take this great opportunity to celebrate the 50th anniversary of ICASE.